God says, I need your 2 minutes only. 3 angels are talking about your body because something serious is about to happen. Don't skip God, listen to me now. My child, if you're seeing this, stop everything for a moment. I am not asking for much, just 2 minutes. That's all I need. I'm reaching for your heart right now because there is something happening in the spiritual realm that you cannot see, but it's about to affect your life deeply. 3 of my angels have spoken, and their words concern your body, your very breath, your strength, your life. Something serious is drawing near, and I cannot stay silent. You need to hear this, because what happens next depends on what you choose right now. Don't scroll away. If you walk away from this, you may walk away from your healing, your breakthrough, or the very miracle you've been waiting for. If you feel the urgency pressing on your spirit, comment Amen to affirm that you are receiving this. There are conversations happening in heaven that you aren't aware of. There's movement around your name. The angels assigned to you have been watching, guarding, and praying for you. But now, they are speaking with concern. Not because you are forsaken, but because the enemy is trying to touch what I created with care. Your body, your mind, your health. The shaking you feel isn't random. The delays, the sleepless nights, the sudden pains, they are all signs of a battle you didn't start but are very much in the middle of. And I, your God, will not let you fight this alone. So hear me now. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not under judgment. You are under watch. Heaven is alert. My eyes are on you, and my hand is not far from your heart. The very thing that was sent to harm your body, I am already preparing to reverse. But I need you to listen closely. There's a divine warning hidden in this moment, and if you take it lightly, the enemy will try to exploit your silence, your delay, your doubt. If you believe that what you're hearing is meant for you, then like this video now. Let it be your way of saying, God, I hear you. I'm ready. You've been pushing through, holding on, smiling through pain, keeping quiet about the things that scare you. But the angels are not quiet. They've come before me with urgency. They're not asking for your success, your money, or your promotion. They're asking for your protection. They are guarding something that matters more: your breath, your heartbeat, your ability to rise each morning. You may have felt tired lately, more than usual. You may have noticed odd feelings in your chest, weakness in your limbs, random aches, or emotional weight that comes without warning. This is not something to ignore. This is not your imagination. Heaven sees what's forming before it touches the earth. And I, the Lord your God, am stepping in. I am warning not to cause fear, but to awaken your spirit. Let me be clear, this is not your end. This is not your fall. This is your call. I'm calling you into deeper covering, higher faith, and urgent surrender. I've already assigned angels to surround you, but I need your agreement. I need your yes. I need your obedience, because miracles are released not just when I speak, but when my children respond. Comment 1111 if you believe that God is already working in the unseen for your protection. I know the battles you're facing in silence. I've seen the moments you cried in the bathroom, wiped your tears before walking out the door, and told everyone you're fine. But I know you're not. I see the weariness in your bones, the worry in your chest. I know how many nights you've had trouble sleeping, and how your heart races without reason. But I also know what's trying to attach itself to you is not greater than the power I've placed within you. Let me remind you of something. I created your body. I formed every cell, every organ, every vessel, and I did not design you to be broken. I did not design you for sickness to rule over you. I made you in my image, and your body carries my breath. That means disease cannot win unless you surrender. Fear cannot win unless you allow it, and death cannot take you unless I allow it. And I have not allowed it. The angels are speaking not because it's too late, but because it's still early. Because there is time to change, to shift, to pray, to surrender. Heaven is not late. I am never late. I am speaking now because I love you too much to be quiet. You are not reading this by accident. I led you here. I have been waiting for you to stop long enough to hear me. You've been distracted, overwhelmed, and drained. But today, I am cutting through the noise to reach you. I am still your healer. I am still Jehovah Rapha. I still mend bones, restore organs, silence anxiety, and bring peace to minds. I still cancel diseases and break generational curses. But I move most when you return to me, when you trust me more than your fears. So now I ask you, will you return to me? Will you stop treating your body like it belongs to this world and remember it belongs to me? Will you invite me in again, not just into your days, but into your decisions, your diet, your rest, your prayers? I do not want you to live in fear of what may come. I want you to live in peace, knowing who holds your future. Do not ignore the signs. The sudden fatigue, the shortness of breath, the tension in your back, the racing thoughts, the things doctors can't explain. These are not coincidences. These are calls. Heaven's way of tapping your shoulder and saying, pay attention. You are not alone in this. A neuroscientist says yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. When I say something serious is about to happen, it's not a threat, it's a rescue. I speak so that what was meant to shake you will end up strengthening you instead. I will not allow harm to touch what I have claimed unless it serves your good, and I have already claimed you. I chose you before you chose me. I covered you before you even knew you needed covering. And I am speaking now because you are entering a window of divine intervention, but it requires your surrender. Don't wait for pain to make you pray. Don't wait for fear to make you believe. Don't wait for loss to make you listen. I'm here now, and I won't stop speaking until you realize I never left. There is power being released even now. As you receive this word, I am healing parts of your body you didn't even know were under attack. I am calming the storms in your blood, stabilizing your heart rate, lifting the heaviness from your chest. I am breathing peace into your lungs and strength into your bones. But stay with me. Don't leave early, because what I'm about to show you next will shift your entire life. There are battles being fought on your behalf right now, ones you never knew existed. The enemy had plans for your body, for your future, for your family, but those plans are breaking because you chose to stay. You chose to hear me, and I never waste a surrendered moment. What the 3 angels brought before me was not just a warning, it was a request. They have seen the traps being set ahead of you. They've heard the whisper of sickness, the plans of despair, and the schemes meant to drain you physically and emotionally. But they stood in the gap because you are not unguarded. They spoke for you, prayed over you, and cried out for protection. Heaven is not silent about your condition. Heaven is declaring war on what's been trying to wear you down. Comment 222 if you trust that God is already fighting battles you can't see. You've felt exhausted lately, like something unseen is pressing down on you. You've blamed yourself. You've tried to push through it. You've called it stress, age, weakness. But child, this is spiritual. The weight you're carrying didn't start in your body. It started in the invisible. That's why no remedy on earth has fully fixed it. Because this healing, this breakthrough, must begin in your spirit, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm speaking. There is a reason you haven't been able to shake that heaviness. There's a reason you keep circling the same pain, the same fear, the same dread. The enemy has been feeding lies into your body's weakness, hoping you'll accept them as truth. But I'm breaking those lies now. You are not too far gone. You are not damaged. You are not cursed. You are not nearing the end. You are still covered. And I have not finished with you yet. You are going to feel strength rise again. The kind of strength that doesn't come from vitamins or hours of sleep. The kind of strength that comes from me alone. I breathe it into your soul first, and then your body follows. I am not just interested in healing the symptoms, I am healing the source, the root, the trauma, the memories you buried, the words you believed, the fatigue that became normal. I am going deeper than the pain, because I love you too much to patch what I can fully restore. You don't have to understand everything to trust me. You don't have to see the full picture to believe I'm still in control. What I'm doing now is behind the scenes, but soon it will be undeniable. The same people who thought you were breaking will witness your rising. The same ones who thought your days were fading will see your light grow stronger. You will walk again in power. You will smile without pretending. You will breathe deeply without fear of what's next. Because I'm not done writing your story. You've prayed for healing before, and I know it's been slow. I know you've felt let down, but I've been watching over you even in that disappointment. What didn't happen then wasn't a denial, it was a delay. And it was never because you weren't worthy. It was because I was aligning everything for the moment your faith would meet. My miracle. This is that moment. You're stepping into it now. With every heartbeat, with every breath you take, healing is growing like light breaking through dark soil. Comment 333 to declare your faith that healing is already happening. I see the fear that creeps into your thoughts, the what-ifs that haunt your quiet hours. What if this gets worse? What if I never feel better? What if the pain means something serious? You've lived too long under the shadow of fear. But I didn't give you that spirit. I gave you power, love, and a sound mind. And today, I'm giving you peace. You don't have to fear what's coming next, because I go before you. I surround you. I hold your future in hands that cannot fail. I know what the doctors said. I know what the test results revealed. I know what symptoms you've been hiding, but I also know what I spoke over you before you were even born. I called you whole. I called you healed. I called you mine. And no diagnosis, no injury, no inherited struggle can override my word. Heaven's report is the final word. Not man's, not medicine's, mine. And my word does not return empty. You've been so strong for everyone else. But now, let me be strong for you. Lay down what you've been carrying. You don't have to fight this alone. You don't have to be the one always holding it together. You can fall into my arms. I will catch you. I will carry you. I will fight for you. Because I care about your body, your health, your future. I care about every detail, even the ones you don't talk about. Could your brain be the reason you're still broke? Scientists just confirmed. A 9-word sentence hidden deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from your life, but now you can reverse it. Say these 9 words and wealth starts to follow you starting today. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are chosen. You are seen. You are deeply loved. I've numbered the hairs on your head. I've caught every tear you've cried. And now, I'm stepping in with healing. It may not look how you expected. It may not come through the people you thought. But it's coming. In waves. In moments. In breakthroughs that leave no doubt it was me. You were never meant to carry this pain alone. I didn't bring you this far to leave you now. I am the same God who opened blind eyes, who raised the dead, who touched the leper and made him whole. And I have not changed. I still heal. I still restore. I still renew. And I am doing it for you, even now. So breathe. Let my peace settle over you. Let my voice drown out every fear. Your story is not ending here. Your body is not failing without hope. Your strength is not gone forever. You are being rebuilt, quietly, steadily, miraculously. You are going to walk in places you thought you'd never reach. You're going to laugh again, strong and full. You're going to wake up one day and realize the pain is gone, not just from your body, but from your heart. The enemy has been trying to wear you out slowly, not all at once, but little by little. He's been whispering lies that say you're not going to recover, that this weakness will never leave, that what's been broken can't be whole again. But he's wrong. He's always been wrong, because I still have the final say, and I'm speaking life over you right now. Every ache in your body, every restlessness in your soul, every silent moment where you've wondered, what's happening to me? I see all of it. You may have told no one, but I've heard every unspoken cry. The angels came to me because they saw what was forming in the dark, and they refused to stay silent. You're not in danger because you're weak. You're being watched over because you're valuable. The more precious something is, the more protection it needs. And child, you are priceless. Comment 555 if you know you are not forsaken. What you don't realize is that your body is not just flesh and bone. It's a temple, a sanctuary that carries my spirit. That's why the battle has been so fierce. The enemy hates anything that carries my presence. He's been trying to distract you, to discourage you, to pull your attention away from me. He wants you numb. He wants you worn out. But I didn't create you to live exhausted and afraid. I created you to thrive in my presence, to walk in healing, and to live in peace. You've been tolerating things that I never meant for you to carry. You've accepted things as normal that are far from the truth of who you are in me. Chronic pain, fatigue, anxiety, fear, tension, none of these are my will for your life. I never told you to adjust to pain. I called you to rise in my power and speak against it. Not in your own strength, but in mine. I am with you. I am in you. And I'm awakening you now to remind you who you are. You are not a victim of your body. You are not a prisoner to sickness. You are not subject to the enemy's timeline. You belong to me. Your days are in my hands. Your health is not just a medical situation, it's a spiritual inheritance. Healing is not just something I do, it's who I am. I am the God who heals, and what I heal completely. You've been waiting for change, but I've been waiting for surrender. I've been waiting for that moment when you stop trying to fix it all by yourself and just bring it to me. Not in pieces, but fully. I want your fear, your questions, your symptoms, your doubts. I want your confusion, your broken trust, your disappointment. Give it to me. I am strong enough to carry it, wise enough to handle it, and loving enough to never walk away from it. Comment 1212 if you are giving every burden over to God today. I want you to look back for a moment. Not to dwell in pain, but to remember how far I've brought you. You've faced battles before. You've seen darkness. You've walked through storms, and yet you're still standing. That wasn't your strength. That was my hand. I protected you when you didn't even know you were in danger. I healed wounds that others never saw. I restored your spirit when no one understood how broken it had become. And I will do it again. I'm not asking you to pretend that everything is okay. I see your struggle. I know your thoughts. I understand your pain better than you do. What I'm asking is that you don't give up in the middle of this. Don't settle for survival when I've promised you wholeness. Don't accept defeat when I've already declared victory. There's more for you. There's healing, peace, purpose, and joy waiting on the other side of this pain. And I am walking with you every step of the way. I know the wait has been long. I know the answers haven't come quickly. But I work in the silence. I build strength in the waiting. I plant faith in the stillness. Every moment you've trusted me when it made no sense, those moments have not been wasted. They've been building something inside of you that can't be stolen. The kind of strength that remains even when your body feels weak. The kind of hope that cannot be shaken by what you see or feel. The enemy is losing ground right now. The plans he formed against you are unraveling. The lies are being silenced. The fear is fading, because truth is rising. And the truth is this: you are not alone, not forsaken, not forgotten, not broken beyond repair. You are held, healed, seen, and deeply loved. You are covered by a grace that cannot be removed. You are protected by angels who are not leaving your side. Why did 19,583 people suddenly become financially free last month? They all discovered a strange sentence, just 9 words long, buried in neuroscience research, and once hidden by the FBI. Now they're paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You felt isolated in your pain, like no one really understands what's happening to you, but I do. I always have. And I've surrounded you with my presence. I go ahead of you. I walk beside you. I cover you from behind. There is no part of your journey I'm not already in. There is no part of your body I cannot touch. There is no part of your soul I cannot restore. Don't believe the voice that says you're too far gone. Believe me, I'm just getting started. This is not the end. This is a turning point. Healing is closer than you think. Peace is nearer than it feels. You're not waiting on me, I'm waiting on your surrender. The moment you truly release it, you'll feel it. The burden lifting, the peace rushing in, the quiet strength filling your bones again. Not all healing comes in a flash. Some of it comes in layers, step by step, breath by breath. And that's exactly what I'm doing in you now. Don't measure your healing by how you feel today. Measure it by the truth of my word. I've declared that you are healed, that you are whole, that you are chosen. That's your identity, not the symptoms, not the diagnosis. My word is final, and my word is eternal. Stay close to me. Stay under my covering. Speak life over your body. Speak truth over your mind. Let your home be filled with worship, not worry. Let your thoughts rest in me, not fear. I will not let you fall. I will not let you be consumed. What started as a crisis will end in glory. You are under divine protection right now, and even if your body feels tired, even if your mind is heavy, I want you to know something is shifting around you. The enemy thought he had time to trap you, to weaken you from the inside out, but your obedience has disrupted his plans. I need you to know this clearly. Your body is not a battleground for the enemy to claim. It is my creation, shaped by my hands, and I don't build temples to let them fall. That ache you've been carrying, the stress that has made you feel like you're barely holding it together, is not going unnoticed. It's not your fault. It's not punishment. You are under a divine pause because I want to restore what the world and worry have tried to take from you. Your healing is not delayed, it's being prepared. Comment 777 if you believe God's timing is perfect, even in the wait. You've been trying to stay strong, but let me remind you, I didn't call you to carry everything. I called you to cast your cares on me. That tiredness in your bones isn't just physical. That weight in your chest isn't just emotional. It's spiritual. You've been trying to walk forward while dragging burdens I never asked you to carry. I didn't design you to fight alone. I made you to walk with me. Every step, every breath, every day. Let me carry what's breaking you. I know there are moments when your thoughts race and fear creeps in, when your chest feels tight and your stomach sinks, and all you can think about is, what if? What if this pain is something worse? What if things don't change? What if I'm not okay? But I need you to hear me. I am the God of peace, not panic. I am the one who calms storms, not causes them. I am not the author of your fear. I am the finisher of your faith. When the angels came before me, they weren't coming with hopeless news. They came with urgency because the enemy has been trying to get too close to you. He's been trying to weaken you, distract you, and break down your defenses, but he forgot something. Your name is written in the palm of my hand. You're not just another person, you're mine. And when I claim something, I defend it, I protect it, I bless it. You are entering a new level of protection, but it begins with obedience. That means watching what you allow into your heart and mind. That means turning down the voices that feed your worry and tuning in to my voice more. I've been whispering to you. In the quiet moments, I've been nudging your spirit, calling you closer. That feeling that something needs to change, that's not anxiety. That's my spirit telling you it's time to go deeper with me. Comment 999 if you're ready to walk in divine alignment with God's plan. You may feel surrounded by pressure, but let me remind you, pressure always comes before power. Every breakthrough is born in the middle of a battle. And though you may feel pressed, you are not crushed. Though you feel struck down, you are not destroyed. I am holding your body together, even when it feels like it's falling apart. I am breathing into your lungs when you feel like you can't catch your breath. I am touching every part of you that feels off, broken, or forgotten. You've spent too long thinking you just have to learn to live with it. Live with the fear. Live with the tension. Live with the symptoms. But I'm here to tell you no more. You don't have to live with what I came to free you from. I didn't bring you this far to let you settle. I brought you this far to show you my glory. Your body will testify of my power. Your life will reflect my healing. Your future will prove that nothing sent against you can stand. I am with you in the late night hours when sleep won't come and your thoughts spiral. I'm there in the moments when you feel weak but keep going anyway. Every act of faith, no matter how small, moves my heart. You're not invisible. Every step you take forward, I'm strengthening your legs. Every time you cry out to me, I'm answering even when you don't hear it yet. Your prayers are building something real. Your faith is shaking the plans of the enemy. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financial freedom? What sounds like fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBI documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, draws in abundance naturally. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19,000 broke people attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This is not just about your physical body. I'm healing your heart, your past, your mind. I'm removing layers of trauma you didn't realize were weighing you down, things you've buried, forgotten, or dismissed. I'm bringing them into my light, not to shame you, but to free you. What has been hidden in darkness will be exposed only to be healed. I will not allow you to carry wounds that quietly bleed beneath the surface anymore. I see how long you've waited for someone to understand what you're feeling. I see how many times you smiled while breaking inside. But I don't just see it, I feel it. I've always been near, even when you couldn't sense me, even when you thought I was silent. My silence was not my absence. I've been preparing the moment where everything changes, and you're stepping into it now. You're going to look back on this time and realize it was the turning point. Not because everything became perfect overnight, but because this was the moment you stopped giving fear the final word. This was the moment you believed that I could heal what no one else could fix. This was the moment you returned to me with every piece of your heart. I am not a distant God. I am not a silent God. I am the same God who parted seas, broke chains, and raised the dead. And I have not changed. I am with you. I am for you. And I will finish what I started in you. Not one promise I've spoken will fail. Not one step you take toward me will be wasted. I am redeeming your time. I am restoring your joy. I am renewing your strength. Stay with me. Keep listening. Keep trusting. Because the healing I'm bringing won't just touch your body, it will touch your future, your family, your calling. You are being rebuilt from the inside out. And what I rebuild, no one can tear down. I stepped in. I have been blocking things you didn't even know were headed your way. I've been rerouting sickness, delaying damage, and silencing spirits sent to torment you. You may not have noticed the war, but I've been fighting it for you. Child, you need to understand how serious this is. The enemy has targeted your health because he knows if he can weaken your body, he can distract your spirit. If he can make you fear what's happening inside you, he can pull your eyes away from me. But you are protected. I've placed a shield around you that no hand can break through unless you open the door. That's why I'm warning you now, not because you are in danger, but because I want you aware. I want you anchored. I want you covered before anything ever touches you. Comment 1010 if you believe the covering of God is surrounding you today. This battle you're feeling, it's not just physical, it's spiritual, and you can't treat it casually anymore. You've been brushing off symptoms, pushing through the tiredness, convincing yourself it's nothing. But the truth is, this is the enemy trying to get a foothold through your weariness. You've been under spiritual strain, and it started to show up in your body. But I'm calling you back into my presence, where your strength is restored, not just for a moment, but fully. You weren't designed to live under stress. You were designed to live under my peace. Peace isn't just a feeling, it's a weapon. And I'm giving it to you again. I'm restoring your rest. The kind of rest that heals you from the inside. The kind of rest that strengthens your bones, calms your nervous system, and steadies your heart. You've been moving on empty for too long, but I'm refilling you now. I'm pouring into every space that felt dry and depleted. You don't have to prove anything to me. Just rest in me. I'm your father, not your taskmaster. I see how much you try to keep it together. You carry so much responsibility. You've taken care of others while secretly falling apart inside. You've smiled in rooms where your body was screaming for relief. But I didn't call you to carry this weight alone. I didn't create you to suffer in silence. I gave you a voice so you could call on me. I gave you my spirit so you could rise, even when everything around you says fall. This is the season where I restore what has been draining you. You may have been functioning, but I want you thriving. You may have been getting through the day, but I want you living with fullness. No more settling for barely enough strength. No more numbing the pain and calling it normal. I'm breaking that lie off of you right now. You are not meant to live in fear of what your body will do next. You are meant to live with peace, knowing I am in full control. Comment 1515 if you are choosing peace over fear right now. Let me remind you, I spoke life into you. I breathed into your lungs. That means I control your breath, not the enemy. Not anxiety, not sickness. Every breath you take is permission for another day of purpose. And I'm not done writing your days. The enemy tried to count you out early. He tried to plant the idea that something is wrong with you, but he cannot define what I created. You are not broken. You are not doomed. You are being renewed. What's been trying to take you out is about to be the very thing I use to lift you higher. What the enemy meant for harm, I am turning for your good. He aimed at your body, but he didn't expect you to listen to my voice. He didn't expect you to seek me here, but you did. And now everything is changing. The weight is lifting. The fear is losing its grip. My power is taking over. Slowly, steadily, supernaturally. You've prayed before and didn't see the answer right away. That discouraged you. It made you wonder if I was really listening. But I never missed a single word you whispered to me. I never ignored your tears. Sometimes I delay what you ask because I'm aligning the healing with something greater than you can see. My delay is never a denial. My silence is never abandonment. I've been working on a level so deep, even you won't understand it until later. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once reserved for elites, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are mind-boggling. Cash windfalls, cleared debt, and lifelong stress gone. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Your faith has been the key. You didn't realize it, but every time you spoke my name in the middle of your pain, heaven moved. Every time you believed, when it didn't make sense, angels were dispatched. And now, the seeds of that faith are starting to break open. You're going to see it. In your health, in your strength, in your joy, in your peace. Things are going to feel different, not because your circumstances change first, but because your spirit is being healed from the inside. Your body follows your spirit. That's why the enemy tried to weigh your spirit first. That's why he attacked your joy, your peace, your clarity. But joy is coming back. Peace is being restored. Your vision is becoming clear again. You will wake up with strength. You will walk with confidence. You will speak with power. You won't be afraid of that ache, that pain, that uncertainty, because my spirit will speak louder. You are more than what you feel. You are more than the battles you fought in silence. You are my child, and I've declared over you, you shall live and not die. You shall rise and not be buried under fear. You shall walk in healing, and your story will be a testimony of my faithfulness. People will look at you and see what only I could have done. I am speaking to you directly, not through noise or confusion, but through clarity and peace. I am standing beside you, speaking life into the very parts of you that have been worn thin by worry and drained by delay. I have not brought you this far to leave you wondering what comes next. I already know. And what's coming is good. You've been fighting battles in silence, hoping no one would notice the cracks forming beneath your strength. I saw them. I never needed you to pretend to be okay. I've always welcomed your weakness. I don't despise it, I meet you in it. I carry you through it. Your tired body, your anxious mind, your aching spirit. They're not signs that you're failing. They are reminders that you need me. And I am here, closer than ever. Comment 1717. If you believe God is your strength when you have none left. Let's talk about the truth. The part of you that has been silently afraid something is wrong. You've been brushing off the pain, ignoring the tension, minimizing your struggles, telling yourself it's nothing. But deep down you've worried. You've asked questions you didn't say out loud. What if something is really wrong with me? What if I never get better? What if this gets worse? Listen to me. That fear does not come from me. I didn't place it in you. I don't use fear to teach you. I use love. And I'm teaching you now how to rest in me, how to let go of what you can't fix, how to trust that I'm working in every unseen detail. I'm showing you that not every ache is a sentence, and not every delay is danger. Sometimes it's a divine moment, giving me space to do what only I can do. You don't need to diagnose yourself. You need to surrender yourself. You've spent too long trying to fix what needs faith. You've carried burdens meant to be placed in my hands. You've tried to protect your heart by controlling every outcome. But child, that's not peace, that's exhaustion, dressed as control. And I'm not calling you to carry everything. I'm calling you to trust me with everything. I know the hidden places, the things you don't talk about, the way your body tenses when you're alone, the heaviness that creeps in at night, the tears you wipe before anyone sees. But I see. I've seen every quiet breakdown. I've felt every breathless moment. And I want to whisper this into your soul. You are not breaking. You are being held. Comment Amen if you know God is holding you, even when everything feels uncertain. You are surrounded by things that want to wear you down. The news, the pressure, the responsibilities, the pain. But I'm surrounding you with something greater. My glory, my presence, my angels, my power. The three angels who spoke of you, they didn't come with despair. They came with purpose. They came to shield what matters. And what matters is you. You are not just another voice in the crowd. You are my child. Heaven knows your name, and your body is precious to me. You may not realize it yet, but I've already gone ahead of you. I've already cancelled attacks. I've already stopped what was sent to harm you. That sharp pain that passed suddenly, that overwhelming dread that disappeared overnight, that strength you found out of nowhere, that was me. That was my hand, intercepting what never had permission to touch you. But now, I need you to walk differently. Not in fear, but in awareness. Not in panic, but in prayer. Begin to see your body not as a problem, but as a temple. Begin to speak life over yourself, not curse. Your words hold power. What you declare over yourself shapes the atmosphere around you. No more saying, I'm just always tired, or this will never get better. Begin to say, I am being healed. God is restoring me. I will walk in strength. What you repeat, you begin to believe. So, let me shape your language again. Let your speech be filled with hope. Let your prayers rise, not just as requests, but as declarations. You're not begging me for healing, I've already given it. Now, I'm calling you to receive it, to believe it, to align your life with it. And that starts with small steps. Drink water not just to survive, but to honor what I've made. Rest not just because you're tired, but because your body deserves peace. Take care of your heart, not just physically, but emotionally. Stop allowing bitterness and stress to live rent-free in your soul. Forgive, release, let go. You weren't built to carry resentment. You were built to carry grace. Why is the government desperate to hide this 9-word prayer? A shocking FBI leak has just revealed a simple 9-word prayer, now letting everyday people erase debt and attract unstoppable wealth. Verified by leading scientists and supported by Harvard research, this at-home ritual is turning financial stress into a life of luxury. Dream homes, new cars, luxurious vacations, it's all within reach. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You've spent too much time surviving. Now it's time to start thriving. I'm giving you the green light to let go of fear, to step into a new rhythm, a slower, stronger, more sacred pace. I'm giving you freedom from guilt, the guilt of not doing enough, of not being strong enough, of not feeling well enough. None of that comes from me. I see you trying. I see the courage it takes just to keep moving. And I'm proud of you. Yes, you. I am proud of you. You've fought through days others would have crumbled under. You've smiled through pain others didn't know you carried. You've continued showing up, even when everything inside you said stay down, but you didn't. You rose. And now I'm raising you even higher, not just out of survival, but into joy, into health, into renewal. This next season won't look like the last, because your spirit is different now. Your heart is softer, your trust is deeper, your faith is louder, and that faith is going to move things. It's already moving things. You won't always feel the shift, but one day you'll look back and realize, I don't carry that pain anymore. I don't fear that symptom anymore. I don't feel trapped in my body anymore. Because I, the Lord your God, reached down and healed what no one else could touch. And even now, as you read these words, my spirit is surrounding you. I'm not speaking from a distance. I'm speaking right where you are, into your room, into your thoughts, into the places that no one else can reach, because I care about the things you don't talk about. I care about the pain you've been pretending isn't there. I know how long you've been holding it in. You've told everyone you're fine. You've pushed through your days while quietly carrying questions in your heart. Why do I feel like this? Why does it seem like my body is always tired? Why do I feel like something deeper is going on? Let me be the one to answer you. The weight you've been feeling isn't just physical. There's a spiritual pressure that's been trying to press down on your joy, your focus, your peace. But I've seen it, and I will not let it stay. Comment 333 if you're declaring faith over your body and your future right now. You are not weak. You are not failing. You are not falling apart. You are being reshaped. This is not punishment. This is preparation. I'm teaching you how to walk through the storm without fear, how to carry peace in your bones, even when the winds rise. You've been crying out for healing, but I want to give you more than just physical relief. I want to heal the tension that's built up in your soul. I want to quiet the storm that's been raging in your heart. Because true healing starts there. You've grown used to pain, so used to it that you almost stopped expecting freedom from it. But I never asked you to settle. I didn't call you to survive sickness. I called you to walk in health. Not just the kind that comes from medicine or rest, but the kind that only I can give. A restoration that reaches into every corner of your being and brings it back to life. I am not just treating symptoms, I am making you whole. You've believed the lie that healing is only for some, that maybe your prayers go unheard, that maybe my silence means disapproval. But none of that is true. My silence was never rejection. It was me preparing your heart for a deeper encounter. I've seen every time you prayed through tears, every time you chose faith over fear, every time you refused to give up. And now, child, I am responding. Not with just words, but with power. Comment Amen if you receive. that this is your appointed time for breakthrough. There is something happening right now in the unseen. The atmosphere around your life is shifting. The same angels who cried out for your protection are now standing guard over your breakthrough. The same God who breathed life into dust is breathing peace into your body. You've been worn out from trying to hold it all together, but now it's my turn to hold you. I'm not asking you to try harder. I'm asking you to trust deeper. You've been looking for signs that things are improving. You've been watching your body, waiting for it to tell you whether or not you can breathe easy again. But child, don't look to your body for peace. Look to me. I am your healer, your anchor, your source. Even when the symptoms don't vanish overnight, I am still working. Healing often begins in places you can't see. And sometimes, what I'm healing first is your hope. Because when hope rises, everything begins to change. I know you've felt discouraged. I know you've asked, God, why do I still feel like this? But today, I need you to understand, feeling isn't always proof of failure. Sometimes it's a sign that you're in transition, that your body is catching up to what I'm doing in your spirit. Keep standing in faith. Keep speaking my word. Keep trusting my voice. You're not stuck. You're moving forward even when it doesn't feel like it. Let go of the timeline you created in your mind. Let go of the deadline you gave me. I don't work within the limits of human time. I work in perfect timing. And when I say it's time, nothing can stop what I've planned for you. No illness, no fatigue, no fear. I've already written the ending, and it is filled with life. You will live and not die. You will rise and not crumble. You will stand in strength again. I'm calling you into a deeper surrender, a surrender that doesn't wait for results to trust me, a surrender that doesn't demand an explanation, but simply says, Lord, I trust you, even when I don't see the full picture. That kind of faith moves mountains. That kind of faith opens doors. That kind of faith heals not only the body but the soul. And that kind of faith is already growing in you. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. This is not a one-time message. This is an ongoing invitation. I want to walk with you every day, not just in crisis, but in every breath. I want to be your first thought in the morning, your steady peace at night. I want you to bring me your weakness, your stress, your fear, and watch what I do with it. I don't push away broken things. I mend them. I restore them. I make them stronger than before. There is no shame in your struggle. There is no guilt in needing help. That's why I came to help, to heal, to redeem. You don't need to have it all together for me to step in. I work best in surrendered places. I move most in hearts that say, God, I can't do this without you. That's all I need. Not perfection, just permission. Let me in, and I'll handle the rest. I'm restoring the years that pain has stolen from you. The energy, the peace, the moments of joy that were drowned in fear, I'm giving them back. But not in the same way. Better, full, overflowing. I'm giving you peace that doesn't shake when circumstances do. I'm giving you health that doesn't rely on fear of what might go wrong. I'm giving you strength that doesn't come from your own effort, but from resting in me. Stay close to me. Keep your heart open. Keep trusting, even when it's hard. Your healing is unfolding, moment by moment, breath by breath. I'm not in a rush. I'm doing this perfectly. And when I finish, you'll look back and know it was always me. It was always love. It was always right on time. I've seen every part of your battle, every hour you endured, every breath you forced yourself to take when giving up felt easier. And still you stayed. You listened. You waited. And that is why things are about to shift. There's a reason the three angels brought this to me, because what's been happening around you and inside you is not ordinary. This isn't about small aches or passing worries. This is spiritual. This is about the enemy trying to interfere with what I've planted in your life. He's not after your comfort, he's after your calling. And he thinks if he can wear down your body, he can silence your spirit. But he forgot one thing. Your spirit is mine. It is sealed. It is guarded. And I am stepping in. Comment 1111 if you believe God is stepping into your situation right now. You've been fighting through so much. And I know you've questioned why it keeps coming, wave after wave. Why, just when you feel a little better, something else shows up. Why your body seems to hold a memory of every stress, every tear, every disappointment. That's not your imagination. Your body and spirit are connected. That's why the enemy uses pressure and pain to try to access your purpose. But I've put a wall around you now, a boundary, a shield. And nothing gets past it unless I allow it, and what I allow, I use. I never waste pain. I never let tears fall without purpose. Everything you've endured is being turned into strength. The things that tried to break you are now building you. Your breath, your heartbeat, your rising each day, these are not just acts of survival. They are proof that my hand has never let go. When it felt like you couldn't go any further, I carried you. When you had no more strength, I became your strength. And when the enemy came in like a flood, I lifted up a standard against him. You've heard it before, but hear it again now. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Not one. That includes the silent battles, fatigue, fear, diagnosis, anxiety, confusion, loss of peace, tension in your chest, pain without a name. They formed, but they will not prosper. Because my word overrides every threat. I am not letting your body collapse under pressure. I am not letting your purpose be buried under fear. You are rising. You don't have to fake being strong anymore. You don't have to pretend you're not scared. Bring me your fear. Let me hold it. I already know. I already see. You're not being dramatic. You're not being too emotional. You're not overthinking. You're carrying more than most people know. But I know, and I care. And I am not just watching you suffer. I'm pulling you out of it. Comment 222. If you're trusting God to carry what you can't hold any longer, I know you've been holding back tears, pushing past pain. But today, I'm letting you know, it's okay to be honest with me. You don't have to hold yourself together in front of me. I already hold you. When you're tired, I'm your rest. When you're weak, I'm your strength. When you're afraid, I am your peace. And right now I am giving you a fresh breath of hope, a quiet but steady release of grace. You may not see it, but healing has already started. It began the moment you turned to me. It began the moment you said, God, I can't do this without you. It began the moment you chose to believe, even when everything in your body said otherwise. Healing doesn't always happen loud. Sometimes it happens in the stillness, in the surrender, in the quiet faith that refuses to let go. And yes, there are still days ahead where the battle might try to rise again. But the difference now is that you are no longer walking alone. You're walking with a word over your life, with angels at your side, with a God who promises never to leave you. You don't have to fear the next pain. the next test, the next moment of weakness, because no matter what comes, I will be there. I will answer. I will defend. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not a lost cause. I never created you to be a prisoner to fear or sickness. I created you in my image. And everything I make good. Yes, the world may have bruised you. Yes, time and experience may have worn you down, but I still see you as whole. And I'm restoring every piece. Your joy, your energy, your rest, your hope, even your laughter. Yes, that too I will restore your laughter. You'll laugh again. Not forced or shallow, but deep. The kind of laughter that comes when peace has returned. The kind of laughter that bursts out when you realize the worst is behind you and the best is still ahead. Because it is. I'm not done. The story isn't finished. What you've walked through wasn't a full stop, it was a comma. And what comes next will redeem everything the enemy tried to steal. Let your faith rise again. Let your prayers become bold again. Don't just pray for relief, pray for full restoration. Don't just hope for a little peace, expect overflowing peace. Because I don't give in pieces, I give in fullness. And I am ready to pour it out on you. Not because you earned it, not because you're perfect, but because you're mine, and I love you. Let these words sink in. I love you, in your pain, in your struggle, in your questions. I still love you. I've never loved you less because of your battles. In fact, I draw even nearer to the weary. And I call you blessed not because you have it all together, but because you're still here, still holding on, still willing to believe that I'm not done. You were never meant to walk through this life in fear of your body failing. You were meant to walk with assurance that I am holding your body together. I know how it works. I formed it. I can restore what's out of balance. I can refresh what feels depleted. I can repair what others say is damaged. My hands do not tremble. My power does not lessen. My promise does not expire. Stay near to me. Speak to me often. Rest in me fully. I am your place of safety. When the world shakes, I am steady. When your body feels weak, I am strong. When your heart feels heavy, I am peace. And when your hope feels far away, I draw it near again. Not a single cry of your heart was ignored. I have been with you in every quiet breakdown, in every breathless pause where you asked, God, where are you? I was right there, holding you through the pain, speaking peace even when your ears were too full of noise to hear it. You have felt like something was pressing on your body, like a weight that didn't have a name. I know it's been confusing. I know you've asked yourself, why do I feel like this when I'm trying so hard to stay strong? But this wasn't about weakness. It was about your spirit being stretched. You've been in the middle of a shift, one that heaven noticed long before you did. And the 3 angels that came before me weren't bringing fear. They were sounding the alarm of love. Because when you're chosen, heaven always steps in. Comment Amen if you believe God never lets his chosen ones walk unprotected. There are things you were never meant to carry. You picked them up out of responsibility, out of love for others, out of fear that no one else would do it if you didn't. But those weights weren't yours. That constant heaviness you feel, it's not from me. I didn't create your body to survive by carrying silent stress. I created it to live in balance with my peace. And when your soul is in unrest, your body starts to respond. That fatigue, that tension, that ache you can't explain, that's your body asking for alignment with my spirit again. God says, congratulations, your bank account will shock you with unexpected money today at 11 p.m. Don't scroll past or you will miss it forever. Listen now. There is a reason your eyes are on this right now. There is a reason your spirit is drawn to these words. This is not random. This is not a coincidence. You're not here by chance. What is about to unfold is meant for you and only you. If you skip this, you may miss something your soul has been crying out for. God has sent this message because He heard your prayers, your silent battles, your private tears. Stay with this. Don't look away. Your breakthrough is here, and if you turn your head, you could lose the moment that changes everything. Comment Amen if your spirit is already stirred. Let me tell you something very clearly. The word is not vague, it is specific. God is saying this very hour, congratulations. Heaven has already stamped this day with a miracle. And at 11 p.m. tonight, your bank account will carry evidence of it. It won't make sense, it won't be what you expected, but it will happen. Unexpected money, divine provision, a release from lack. This is what He is doing. He is not suggesting it, He is declaring it. This is not a prosperity chant. This is not a wishful thought. This is the voice of God echoing into your situation. He knows the weight you carry. He knows how long you've waited. He has seen the overdraft notices, the declined transactions, the anxiety when bills arrive. And yet, He is saying, I am not late, I am right on time. That's why you must hold on to this. You must believe. Because when 11 p.m. comes, you'll remember these words and you'll know He was speaking to you all along. Don't get distracted. Don't scroll away. This may feel like any other day, but it is not. The calendar may not show it, but in heaven today is marked in gold. It is a day of visitation, a day of divine transaction, a day where what was once empty will be filled. Your hands have been empty too long. You have sown with tears. You have stayed faithful when nothing made sense. But God is saying, you will now reap with joy. If you believe that the windows of heaven can open suddenly, comment 1111, because that is the hour appointed for you. That is the moment when what eyes have not seen and what ears have not heard will be revealed in your life. This is not superstition. This is scripture. The Bible is full of moments where God showed up when no one expected it. In the midnight hour, in the quiet places, when all seemed lost. And tonight, He will do it again. God says, your bank account will shock you. Let that settle in your heart. You won't just receive money. You will be stunned. It won't be logical. It won't come from where you expected. But it will come. It may be a refund, a forgotten deposit, a supernatural transfer. Something will shift in your favor, not because you earned it, not because you deserved it, but because He loves you, because you are His, because He is Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides. Don't mistake the silence of the past for the absence of God. He has been preparing this. You had to go through the test. You had to learn to trust Him when there was no sign. But now, He is moving. Angels are already on assignment. Your name is on the release. Your account is already targeted. What you thought was just another day is actually your day of deliverance. You've doubted before. That's okay. He knows your heart. But today, choose to believe again. Choose to trust the one who cannot lie. The same God who fed Elijah with ravens, who rained manna from heaven, who filled Peter's nets till they broke, is about to fill your bank with what you didn't see coming. Unexpected money. A financial breath of heaven, not for greed, not for pride, but to lift the burden off your shoulders and remind you that He is your source. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. God has seen every time you gave when it hurt, every seed you planted, every person you helped when you had little yourself. He is not unjust. He repays. And this is that moment. That hour is coming closer. That 11 p.m. miracle is set. Whether you feel ready or not, whether you believe it fully or not, God is faithful. Take a deep breath right now. Let hope rise in your chest again. Let faith breathe again in your soul, because heaven is about to touch earth in your life. God is setting things in order behind the scenes. You won't have to beg. You won't have to borrow. You won't have to explain. The money will appear, and all you'll be able to say is, "Only God." Tell your heart to believe again. Tell your doubt to step aside. Tell your past that it no longer defines your future. The enemy wanted you to give up, to scroll past, to dismiss this, but you didn't, and because you stayed, you'll receive. Because you trusted, you'll see. Because you listened, you'll be rewarded. That's how God moves. Comment 222 if you trust this promise. More is coming. This is just the beginning. God doesn't just give enough, He gives in overflow. He's about to remove the strain from your finances. He's about to bring you into rest. You won't just get money tonight, you'll receive clarity, peace, proof that He is with you, that He has been all along. What if I told you the delay you faced was actually divine setup? What if the reason your account was empty was so that when God fills it, you will know it was Him and only Him? No boss, no system, no economy, just His hand. That's what He's about to do. Something no one else can take credit for. Something undeniable. Is it possible to attract money by simply speaking some miraculous words? This 9-word script, verified by Harvard and 6 neuroscience labs, proves you absolutely can. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. It takes less than 30 seconds. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Your obedience matters. Your faith matters. Even when you were tired, even when you were frustrated, you still looked up. You still believed. And now, heaven is responding. Your faith is being rewarded. Your drought is ending. And when 11 p.m. strikes, a shift will take place in your reality. A divine deposit will hit. That financial struggle that's been eating away at your peace is about to be silenced. Not by effort, not by plans, but by His power alone. Don't you dare give up now. You are standing right on the edge of something holy. Let this truth sink in. God is not bound by bank systems, business hours, or man-made rules. He does not need a job opening or a paycheck to bless you. He speaks, and it happens. He commands, and the universe moves. At 11 p.m., heaven's order over your life will be carried out. That account of yours, which has seen lack, delay, and disappointment, will receive a visitation. This is not just a financial breakthrough, this is spiritual alignment. God is showing you that when He says it, He does it. You've waited long enough. You've paced your room at night, worried about tomorrow. You've held in the tears while pretending to be strong for everyone else. But God saw every moment. He heard every quiet prayer, and He wrote this night on heaven's calendar. It's not about luck. It's about divine promise. This is what it looks like when favor interrupts struggle. When mercy walks into your bank account. When heaven writes a new story over your name. Comment 333 to declare your faith in this moment. Don't try to figure out how. It won't make sense. That's the point. God is reminding you that His ways are higher, that His supply is not limited, that what's coming won't be based on your calculations, but His kindness. You may check your account expecting the same old balance, but God is about to surprise you. That number will change. That door will open. That weight will lift. And when it happens, your soul will know this was God and God alone. Think about this. All through Scripture, God did the impossible when people were out of options. When the widow was down to her last oil and flour, He sent a prophet and turned her lack into abundance. When Peter had no fish and no income after a long night, Jesus told him to cast the net again, and he caught more than he could carry. Tonight, God is saying, cast the net again, check again, look again, trust again, because this time it won't come back empty. He is not just sending money, He is sending restoration. He is sending relief. He is answering the prayers you stopped praying because it hurt too much to hope. The stress that has been sitting on your shoulders, the silent panic of not knowing how you'll make it through the month that ends tonight. And when you wake up tomorrow, you'll feel the shift. You'll see the proof. You'll walk lighter because God came through. It is not a coincidence that you've been feeling weary this week. The enemy always fights the hardest when a blessing is near. He tried to convince you it's always going to be like this, that nothing's going to change, but he is a liar. The truth is, God's favor is already in motion. His angels are already dispatched. Your breakthrough is already named and timed. This isn't just hope, it's happening. You are not cursed, you are chosen, you are not behind, you are protected, you are not overlooked. You are handpicked by the Creator of the universe, and when He says it's time, no force in hell can delay it. That 11 p.m. moment isn't just a promise, it's a turning point. Your life will not look the same after it. The weight will lift, the tears will turn to testimony, and the emptiness will be replaced with overflow. Comment 555 if you believe your season of lack is ending. Tonight is not ordinary. This is a God-ordained appointment, the kind that shifts the atmosphere, the kind that no one else will understand, but you will feel it in your soul. You will remember this night not for what you feared, but for how God showed up. You will tell the story one day, I was tired, I was worried, I was ready to give up, but at the last moment, God changed everything. Maybe you've seen others blessed and wondered, when is it my turn? Maybe you've been faithful but felt forgotten. But God says, I have not skipped over you. I have stored up what is yours. This isn't just about money. This is about His presence showing up in your reality. It's about Him walking into your storm and saying, peace, be still. You don't need a sign, this is your sign. You don't need a reason, this is the reason. God is doing it because He loves you, because He is kind, because He gives good gifts to His children. Tonight, you'll receive what no one can take away. You'll receive what no one can explain. And your heart will know this is what grace feels like. It doesn't matter what the bank said. It doesn't matter what the bills say. What matters is what God has already spoken. He said He would supply all your needs. He said He would open the windows of heaven. He said you would be the head and not the tail. And He is not a man that He should lie. So if He said it, expect it. If He declared it, wait for it. It's coming. Sometimes God lets things get tight, not to punish you, but to prepare you. So when the blessing comes, you'll never doubt who it came from. You'll never worship money. You'll worship Him. And when people ask, how did you make it? You'll say, I didn't. God carried me. He opened a door. He released something I didn't see coming. Your life is about to bear witness to a miracle. And not just for you, but for everyone connected to you. Your children will benefit. Your family will see it. Your story will be proof that God still provides, still sees, still blesses. You are not forgotten. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be for this blessing to hit your life. What if everything you've been taught about money is a lie? A hidden 9-word prayer buried in a classified FBI report is now helping thousands attract wealth without lifting a finger. Scientists say it activates a 150-million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Tonight, at 11 p.m., what has been held back is going to be released. The delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. Heaven wasn't ignoring your cry, it was organizing your reward. You need to understand this isn't just about a bank account. It's about restoring your faith, confirming your identity, and marking your life with divine evidence. God is showing up so that no one can say this was coincidence. They'll have to admit this was God. You've cried in secret, but your breakthrough will be seen publicly. God doesn't repay in silence. He does it in a way that even your enemies will have to acknowledge. That email, that transaction, that alert on your phone tonight, it will not be random. It will be heaven's confirmation that your time has come. The drought is over. The famine has ended. The harvest is here. You have carried burdens that weren't yours to carry. You've worried over things that only God could fix. But this time, He's saying, I'll handle it. Watch what I do. You've run out of options, but that's exactly where miracles begin. God loves showing His strength when you have none left. So don't be ashamed of your weakness. This is the very thing that qualifies you to receive His strength. Comment 777 if you are ready for God's perfect completion in your life. There is something sacred about this very moment. You've read messages before, you've hoped before, but this one is different. It carries the weight of God's voice. It carries the urgency of heaven. You're not just hearing words, you're being prepared. Because when your account updates, when the blessing drops, your entire posture will change. The shame will fall off. The anxiety will lift. The heaviness will break. This is divine timing. God waited for this moment so that your testimony would be undeniable. You'll look back and say, if it had come earlier, I wouldn't have seen God the way I do now. He waited for your heart to be humble, for your hands to be open, for your soul to be ready. And now that you are, He's ready to show Himself strong on your behalf. You are not invisible to Him. You are not lost in the crowd. Heaven knows your name. And not only your name, He knows your account, your need, your prayer. You don't have to explain yourself. He knows every detail. And still, He chose this moment to bless you. Not because of your perfection, but because of His mercy. This money that's coming, it's not just about paying bills. It's about reminding you that God is your source. It's about recentering your heart. You've trusted people. You've depended on systems. And now God is saying, let me show you who truly provides. He will not fail you. He never has. He never will. There is power in the midnight hour. In Acts 16, Paul and Silas were in prison. It was dark. It was cold. It was unfair. But at midnight, as they praised, the chains fell off. That's not just a story, it's your reality. God is going to shake what's been holding you back. At 11 p.m., the start of your freedom will begin. You may not see it all at once, but the door will open. And once it opens, no one can close it. This moment is your invitation to trust again, to believe again, to hope without fear. The last time you believed, you were disappointed. But God says, "This time I will not disappoint you. This time you will see my promise fulfilled." Don't let your past heartbreak rob you of your present miracle. Don't let yesterday's pain steal today's blessing. Comment 999 to claim your season of divine release. Some of you have been barely holding on. You've smiled while breaking inside. You've stayed strong for others, but no one saw your own need, but God saw. And that's why this blessing is not just coming, it's coming in a way that speaks directly to your heart. You won't have to tell anyone. They'll know. Your joy will return. Your rest will be restored. The financial stress has taken a toll on you, more than you admit. Sleepless nights, cancelled plans, hidden tears. But tonight God is saying, no more. No more living on the edge. No more dreading the next bill. No more feeling behind. He is restoring you, lifting you, and declaring favor over your life. That's what this unexpected money represents. His faithfulness. Do not measure God's promise by what your account looks like right now. He has the power to shift things instantly, to flip your status overnight. One click, one deposit, one divine instruction, and everything changes. That's who He is. That's what He's about to do. You're going to remember this night for the rest of your life. Let your spirit rise again. Let your heart soften again. Even if you've grown numb to hope, God is breathing life into you again. He's not just blessing your account, He's blessing your soul. He's renewing your trust, your joy, your strength. And once this financial breakthrough hits, other doors will open. Because when God moves, He doesn't move in pieces. He moves in fullness. You are not chasing blessings. Blessings are chasing you. Because you've honored Him, because you've stayed faithful, because you've trusted Him when it was hard. Now heaven is honoring you. You're not being overlooked, you're being rewarded. This is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of something you couldn't even imagine. The burden you've been carrying quietly, the financial weight, the stress about how to make ends meet, the fear of checking your balance, is about to be replaced with peace, with security, with divine provision. Not later, not someday, but tonight. At 11 p.m. your story changes. You've waited and wondered, you've prayed and hoped, and though it hasn't always made sense, you've kept going. You didn't give up, even when giving up would have been easier. That matters. God sees that, and He rewards it. He didn't forget the sacrifices you made when you could barely afford them. He didn't miss the nights you gave to others even when your own needs were heavy. That kind of faith never goes unnoticed in heaven. Why are neuroscientists obsessed with a 9-word sentence? Because this sentence, spoken once a day, is turning financial stress into sudden blessings. More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. The results are so powerful, some believe it's divine. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There's a reason the enemy has fought you so hard in this area. He knew what was coming. He saw the hand of God getting ready to pour out, and he wanted you too tired to receive it. But the devil is a liar, and God is still God. You're not going to miss this. You're not going to scroll past your own miracle. You're going to see it, you're going to live it, and your heart is going to feel what peace really feels like again. Comment 1010 if you believe something new is being birthed in your life. When God says, "Congratulations," He's not speaking casually, He's announcing a divine completion. He's saying, you've come through it, you've endured, you've passed the test. That's what tonight represents. You may not have seen it this way, but every setback, every rejection, every financial delay was part of what brought you to this exact point in time. And now, the cycle is breaking. The waiting is ending. God doesn't just show up, He arrives right on time. When the Israelites had nowhere to go and Pharaoh's army was chasing them, God parted the Red Sea, not early, not late, but exactly when they needed a way. That's what He's doing for you. You've been staring at walls and closed doors. But God is about to part something open. You won't have to force it. You won't have to beg. He will make a way, and it will lead to more than you asked for. Your bank account is not the source of your value, but God is about to use it as a place to reveal His glory. Why? Because He knows what it will mean to you. He knows what it will lift off your back. He knows how much you've needed this. Even when you didn't speak it out loud. You didn't chase money, you chased Him. And because of that, He's releasing what you need in abundance. Sometimes blessings feel delayed because God is preparing not just what you will receive, but who you'll be when you receive it. This time, when the money comes, you'll handle it with wisdom. You'll remember how it felt to have nothing. You'll carry humility, not pride. And you'll become the kind of person who doesn't just receive blessings but multiplies them, shares them, and stewards them. There is a sacredness in this hour. Heaven is quiet, but it's not silent. The angels are moving. The atmosphere is shifting. The space around you is preparing to welcome something you've never seen before. This is bigger than a quick fix. It's deeper than a simple deposit. This is legacy. This is alignment. This is God stepping into your finances and saying, "Watch me rebuild." You are not behind. You're not too late. You're exactly where God needs you to be. The enemy may have delayed things, but he couldn't cancel what God has promised. And now that the delay is over, the release begins. It's already begun in the spirit. Tonight, it will begin in the natural. And when it does, you won't have to wonder if it's from God. You'll know. Comment 1212 if you believe divine alignment is meeting your life right now. There will be peace in your home again. You won't argue over bills. You won't panic when the phone rings. That tension in your chest when money is mentioned, it's about to leave. God is restoring joy, not just with what you receive, but with what it will allow you to stop worrying about. You'll sleep better, breathe easier, smile without forcing it. People may not understand your faith. They may call it unrealistic, but they didn't hear what God whispered to you when you were on your knees. They didn't see the moments you held onto Scripture like a lifeline. They don't need to understand, because God didn't make this promise to them. He made it to you. And now, He's fulfilling it. This is not just a blessing for you. It's going to ripple out to others. Your children will feel it. Your family will see it. People who've quietly watched your struggle will now watch your breakthrough. You will become living proof that God provides, that He still shows up, that He still moves in power, even in modern times, even in bank accounts. You've been faithful with little. You've stayed generous when it didn't make sense. And now, God is trusting you with more. Not because you asked for it in selfishness, but because He knows your heart. He knows you'll use it well. He knows you'll honor Him with it. That's why He's chosen you for this. That's why the miracle is scheduled under your name. Don't let fear speak louder than faith. Don't let old disappointments talk you out of expecting something new. Tonight is not like the past. Tonight is not a repeat of delay. It's a new chapter, a new season, a new atmosphere over your life. And this time, God is not just promising, He's performing. Heaven has already moved. What's about to happen in your life isn't being written, it's being revealed. It was already done in the spirit, and now it's about to show up in the physical. You're walking straight into the miracle God prepared for you all along. Don't let discouragement lie to you. Don't let the silence make you think God stopped listening. He never turned away. He never stepped back. He was just setting the stage so you would know without a doubt when this money appears, when this financial miracle touches your account, that it wasn't by chance or accident. It was grace. Pure, undeserved, overwhelming, supernatural grace. And it has your name on it. This blessing isn't just about relief, it's about confirmation. It's about God showing you, I haven't forgotten a single thing you've done in faith. I haven't overlooked a single act of obedience. You gave when it hurt. You worshipped when you were in pain. You stayed when you wanted to walk away. And now God is saying, watch what I do for someone who didn't give up on me. Comment 1515 if you believe God is about to open something that was locked for a long time. This banned wealth signal was hidden in a government vault for over 70 years until now. It's a simple 9-word brain trigger used by elites to attract unlimited money while the rest of the world struggles. But the moment too many people see this, it could be deleted. Click the link in the description and comments before it's taken down forever. There are people who saw you struggle and assumed that God wasn't with you. They looked at your lack and thought it meant defeat. But God says, I let them see the wilderness so they could also witness the harvest. Your story is about to shift in public. You're about to shine in the same places you were once ashamed. The same people who didn't see your value are going to see your victory. Because when God lifts someone, no one can pull them down. Tonight isn't just about receiving. It's about healing. For too long, money has brought stress into your life. It's been tied to fear, to anxiety, to shame. But God is untying all of that. He's teaching your heart how to breathe again. He's showing you what it feels like to be free from the constant weight of financial pressure, not just for a moment, but for good. This is not a quick fix. It's a turning point, a fresh beginning. There's been a cycle in your life, a pattern of getting just enough to survive, then falling back into lack. But God is breaking that cycle. The unexpected money that's coming isn't just to get you through this week. It's to start something new. It's to plant seeds of stability and overflow. You won't go back to how things were. That season has expired. That struggle has been defeated. This is a new rhythm, a new flow. The enemy has whispered lies for too long. He told you you'd never have enough, that things would always be tight, that you'd always be behind. But today, God is shutting his mouth with evidence, real, undeniable, bank account level proof that God is your source and nothing can stop his hand. You won't just feel better, you'll see better. The numbers will reflect the miracle. The account will speak of his goodness. Don't let the past trick you into doubt. Just because it didn't happen before doesn't mean it won't happen now. Just because people failed you before doesn't mean God will. He's not man, he's not limited. He doesn't make promises he can't keep. When he says congratulations, he means it. When he says tonight, he means now. And when he says unexpected money, he means supernatural supply is on its way. You've had moments where you almost settled. You almost accepted that life would always be this tight. But God blocked that mindset. He stirred something in you that wouldn't let you give up. That's not weakness. That's divine resistance to defeat. And because you didn't settle, you're about to step into something greater than you thought possible. Something beyond what your plans could have produced. Comment 1717 if you believe this is your appointed hour. Even now, God is working through someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Someone is being nudged by the Spirit to bless you, to return something they owe you, to sow into your life without even knowing why. That's how God works. He moves through people. He aligns moments. He arranges miracles behind the scenes. And when the time is right, He brings it all together. You won't need to hustle for this. You won't need to fight for this. What's coming will come to you. It will be divine, effortless, peaceful, and the only explanation will be God. You won't have to explain yourself. You won't owe anyone anything. The only thing you'll owe is a deep, honest thank you to the one who always had your back. This is a moment to breathe again, to let your shoulders relax, to let hope rise in your chest. What you've been carrying isn't yours to carry anymore. God is stepping in, not just spiritually, but practically. He's stepping into your real life, your real needs, your real bank account, and He's doing what only He can do. You may not feel ready. You may still have doubts. But God isn't blessing you because you're perfect. He's blessing you because He loves you, because He chose you, because He sees your heart, and He wants to show you what happens when He steps into a situation. This is not random. It's personal. It's deliberate, and it's on time. When 11 p.m. comes, you won't just remember this moment, you'll feel it. Deep in your soul, you'll feel the peace that comes when heaven touches earth. When God whispers, "It's done," and you see the evidence to match. Don't worry about how. Don't try to make sense of it. Just stay open. Stay expectant. Stay in the posture of receiving. That thread was enough. God saw it, and now He is rewarding it. He's not just going to lift you up, He's going to restore everything you thought was lost for good. This is not a maybe. This is not a vague encouragement. This is a word from God with your name written on it. Tonight at 11 p.m., your bank account will receive unexpected money. Not because of luck, not because you tried to manipulate anything, but because God moves in perfect time. And tonight is your time. This is the moment He chose before you were even born. Before the storm, before the struggle, before the sleepless nights, He already scheduled this breakthrough. Let that sink in. While you were worrying, heaven was preparing. While you were crying, God was working. You thought the silence meant nothing was happening, but it was the quiet before the glory. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. And this blessing is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment. Nothing will stop it, delay it, or reroute it. What God has ordered, no one can cancel. Comment Amen if you receive that this was planned before the problem even existed. You don't need to know how it will come. You just need to know who it's coming from. God's resources are endless. He can send provision through a stranger, a job you forgot about, a gift, a refund, or something so unexpected you'll have no words. That's why He said, shock, because it's going to hit you in a way that silences the doubt, the fear, and even your own logic. This isn't a predictable blessing, it's a supernatural one. Can just saying 9 words daily actually make money flow into your life? A top neuroscientist says yes, and the FBI accidentally confirmed it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free and financially free for life. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. And yes, it's okay if you've been tired. It's okay if you've questioned whether God even hears you anymore. He does. He always has. But sometimes, He lets you come to the end of your strength so you can finally see what His strength really looks like. You've been trying to carry too much for too long. Now He's lifting it off you, not just with words, but with real, visible provision. Tonight isn't just about money. It's about freedom. It's about what that money will do, what it will release, what it will repair, what it will make possible. You'll pay off things you've been avoiding. You'll finally breathe without pressure on your chest. You'll walk into rooms with confidence again, because God is wiping away the shame of not having enough. There is no shame in struggle, but God is bringing you out of it. You've stayed faithful, even when it didn't make sense. You honored Him when your own needs were great, and now heaven is honoring you. This blessing is the beginning of many. It's a signpost on the road of your life that says, God was here, God provided, God kept every word. You may not feel worthy of this, but let me remind you, none of us are. That's what grace is. God is blessing you because He's good, not because you're perfect. And He's using this unexpected financial breakthrough to remind you of that. He wants you to feel loved, chosen, and secure. He wants you to know that even in the areas where you felt most anxious, He's still in control. Comment 1111 if you believe God's divine timing is never late. Do not underestimate what one moment can do. 1 hour can shift your entire life. One unexpected deposit can change how you walk, how you speak, how you show up in the world. And not because money fixes everything, but because when God provides, it speaks to the very parts of you that forgot what peace feels like. This won't be a blessing you'll have to fight to keep. It won't come with strings or conditions. It will come with peace. It will come with clarity. It will come with the quiet reminder that God sees you, God knows you, and God hasn't left you behind. People might ask how it happened. They'll want to know what you did differently, and your answer will be simple. I trusted God. I waited, and He did what He said He would do. That's all. No formula, no secret, just faith and timing, and both have finally aligned in your favor. Heaven isn't just watching you, it's celebrating you. The angels are rejoicing not only for your obedience, but for your breakthrough. They've seen what you endured. They know what it cost you to stay faithful when everything felt dark. And now, they're ready to deliver what's been stored up for you. This is not just a deposit, this is a reward. And from this moment forward, something in you will shift. The panic will ease. The anxiety will lessen. The old fear of checking your balance will break. Because now, you'll know your provider isn't the economy, it's not the paycheck, it's not the person you hoped would come through. It's God, and He never runs out. So stand up a little taller, breathe a little deeper, let your heart feel something it hasn't in a long time. Hope. Not empty hope, but grounded, holy, powerful hope. Because it's finally happening. The blessing is not in the distance anymore. It's here, it's real, and it has your name written in heaven. Look at your hands, look at your life. I am about to fill what was empty. You may not see it yet, but tonight, something will shift. Something you've been praying for, maybe even forgot you prayed for, is about to appear, and when it does, your only response will be, "This had to be God." This financial breakthrough is not a reward for perfection. It's a confirmation of grace. It's a reminder that God doesn't abandon His children even when we feel lost. He steps into the deepest parts of our need and answers with compassion. At 11 p.m., He is going to send a sign, so clear, so personal, so precise, that you'll know it's not random. You'll know it wasn't your hustle or your luck, it was His hand. You've been strong long enough. You've carried the burden of, "How will I make this work?" for too long. And even though people around you might think you have it all together, God knows how heavy it's been. He knows the stress, the fear, the quiet moments when you stared at your account, wondering how it would stretch. That's why this miracle matters. It's not just about the money. It's about healing the weight you've carried. Comment 222 if you trust God is already making a way. Don't dismiss this moment. Don't scroll like it's just another hopeful word. Something in your spirit knows this is different. Something deep inside you is stirring. That's not emotion, that's recognition. Your soul recognizes what heaven has already written, that tonight is marked with breakthrough, that today is not ordinary, that your name has come up before the throne and the answer is on its way. Remember how God provided for Elijah during famine? The brook didn't dry up until the next source was already prepared. God is never caught off guard. He's never scrambling. And in your life, He's already been arranging the next door, the next opportunity, the next supply. The enemy wants you to believe you're out of time, out of options, but God is saying, I'm just getting started. This is not a loan. This is not a trap. This is not something you'll owe later. This is provision that carries peace, provision that comes with no sorrow. God doesn't give like the world gives. When He blesses you, it uplifts you, it frees you, it restores you. This money that's coming isn't to tease you or keep you surviving, it's to lift you, to realign you, and to remind you of who your Father is. Why are 55 countries using the same mysterious money script? Because a leaked research file just exposed a 9-word pattern that activates wealth-attracting pathways in the brain. Repeat it daily, and watch money flow like water into your life. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are a child of promise, a child of covenant. And covenants with God never break. He made a promise to supply all your needs. He made a promise to never leave you, never forsake you, never turn His back when you cry out. And tonight, you will see the kind of miracle that only happens when heaven moves on your behalf. The kind of blessing that breaks generational struggle and releases something new. This is for you, not just for someone else you're happy to see blessed. God wants to bless you. He wants to bring rest to your home, peace to your mind, provision to your account. You don't have to talk yourself out of this. Don't think you're asking for too much. God is big enough. He owns everything. And when He says it's time, the earth obeys. Your time is now. Comment 333 to declare your faith is still standing, even after the waiting. You've been faithful in private, and now God is about to reward you in public. This will not be a small blessing hidden in the corner. It will be visible, it will be undeniable, and it will silence the lie that said you missed your chance. That lie dies tonight. That shame leaves your life tonight. That fear that's kept you second-guessing your future ends tonight. You are not too late. You didn't mess it up. God's plans are bigger than your detours. He's not punishing you. He's preparing you. And this breakthrough is part of the release He's been waiting to deliver. Your account may not show it yet, but your spirit feels it rising. You can sense the change. You can feel something is near. Don't ignore that. It's confirmation. Heaven is moving. Let your heart rest. Let your shoulders drop. Let the tension leave your back and your jaw and your thoughts. Because what God is about to do doesn't require your striving, it just requires your trust. You don't have to figure out the details. You don't need to guess where it's coming from. Just be still. Be ready. Be expectant. There are moments in life that change everything, and most of the time, they come when you least expect them. This is one of those moments. God didn't send this word to tease your emotions. He sent it to prepare your faith. He sent it to tell you, be awake at 11 p.m., be watching, be listening, because I will show you that I am still the God who provides. And when it hits, don't forget to thank Him. Fall to your knees, lift your hands, whisper His name. He is worthy. He is holy, and He did this because He loves you, not because He had to, but because He wanted to, because He is a good Father who delights in giving good gifts to His children. And tonight, you are receiving one of them. Hold this word in your heart. Let it keep you company until the hour arrives. Let it remind you that you are not forgotten, that the God who placed the stars in the sky also sees your bank account, your bills, your deadlines, and He cares. He is not far away. He is not watching silently. He is acting now. You've had days when it felt like you were hanging on by a thread. You've pushed through moments of weakness, praying under your breath, trying not to let anyone see how much pressure you were under. And God saw it all. He heard the prayers you didn't say out loud. He noticed the faith you clung to, even when everything around you was falling apart. And now He's saying, your persistence was not wasted. Your faith did not go unseen. Now I will reward you in a way only I can. There's something divine about how God works. He often waits until the moment seems least likely, when you're the most tired, when you've run out of ideas, when nothing makes sense, and then He steps in. He waits until every human option has been exhausted, so that when He shows up, you'll know for sure it was Him. That's exactly what's about to happen in your life. The numbers will change, the pressure will lift, the burden will shift, and your bank account will hold the evidence of what God has spoken. Comment Amen if your heart is open to receive this promise tonight. The enemy wants you to think it's too late. He wants you to think the promise expired, that you missed your chance. But God doesn't operate in human timelines. He's never rushed. He's never delayed. He moves when it's best for you, when your heart is ready, when your spirit is prepared, when the blessing will not just provide but protect. He's not just dropping money into your life. He's placing peace, dignity, and restoration in your hands. You're not just going to get by. You're going to overflow. You're not going to just pay what you owe. You're going to bless others. That's how big this blessing is. It's not survival, it's revival. Financial revival, emotional revival, spiritual revival. God is bringing you into a space where you will no longer live in fear of what if. You'll begin to live in expectation of what's next. You might not even realize how close you are. You've been so used to fighting, so used to struggling, that peace might feel unfamiliar at first. But God says, I'm reintroducing you to rest. I'm reintroducing you to joy. The money you'll see will do more than help, it will heal. It will remind you that you're not forgotten, that you are chosen, that heaven knows exactly where you are. This is your miracle moment. This is the answer to the prayers you whispered in traffic, in your bedroom, in silence when no one else was around. The same God who split the sea, who fed thousands with a few loaves and fish, who opened prison doors at midnight, that same God is now stepping into your financial situation, and He is not coming empty-handed. Comment 555 if you believe God is bringing complete and total restoration to your life. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase, just 9 words long, that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It's already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. You've been faithful with little. You've honored God when it was hard. You've stayed kind, stayed generous, stayed believing. And now God is saying, you've passed the test. Now here's the blessing. It's not a coincidence that you're hearing this right before it happens. God is preparing your heart, softening your spirit, so you'll recognize Him when the miracle touches your life. This isn't about greed. It's not about luxury. It's about relief, about finally being able to rest, about being able to breathe. God knows what money means in your life right now. It means stability. It means safety. It means space to finally focus on what matters. And because you've never let money become your God, He is trusting you with more of it. because he knows it won't corrupt your heart, it'll free it. The people who questioned your faith are about to see why you believed. Those who watched you struggle are about to witness you rise, not because you want to prove anything, but because your life is becoming a testimony of what God can do when someone refuses to give up. Your story is about to change, and when it does, it will lift others too. This blessing is not a one-time miracle. It's the start of a new season, a season where you no longer expect struggle, where you no longer brace for bad news, where your hands stay open and heaven continues to fill them. This is the moment that resets everything. And when it hits at 11 p.m., you'll know the wait was worth it. God doesn't speak lightly. He doesn't tease. He fulfills. Always. And if He's spoken this over you today, if He's led you here to hear these words, then it means this is yours. No one can take it. No delay can block it. No fear can stop it. All that's left is for you to believe, to stay awake in your spirit, to expect His goodness, because He's about to surprise you in a way that changes everything. He's not just adding something to your account. He's removing something from your life. Fear, shame, pressure, all of it will leave as His blessing arrives. And once you see what He's done, your faith will ignite in ways you've never known. You'll pray differently, walk differently, speak differently. Because when God provides, He doesn't just meet your need, He elevates your life. And now, after all the battles you've endured, He's stepping into your life in a way that will leave no room for doubt. At 11 p.m. tonight, you will witness what it means when God says, "I am your provider." You've watched others be blessed and silently wondered when it would be your turn. You didn't say it out loud, but the question was buried in your prayers, "Lord, when will it happen for me?" And now He answers, not with words alone, but with action. He answers by sending you unexpected money, not a trickle, not a temporary solution, but a true sign that heaven is invested in your life. This is not luck. This is legacy. It is favor, and it is here now. Your past does not disqualify you from what God is about to do. If anything, your past is the very reason this moment matters. Because now, when it happens, you'll know that it wasn't by your strength, your effort, or your plans. You'll know it was His hand, His grace, His kindness. God is showing you that nothing you've been through was wasted. Every setback shaped your faith, every delay prepared your heart, and every prayer built a bridge to this very hour. Comment Amen if you believe this is your appointed moment. God is doing something permanent, not a quick fix, not a one-time help. He is breaking the mindset of survival and introducing you to the life of peace. You will no longer panic when your phone buzzes, fearing another bill, another reminder of lack. No, God is changing your rhythm. Where you once stressed, you'll now smile. Where you once worried, you'll now rest. He is shifting your life from lack to provision, from heaviness to lightness. Let the truth settle deep. This financial miracle is not about money, it's about mercy. Mercy that says, "I see your struggle, and I won't let it go on any longer." Mercy that breaks generational patterns. Mercy that walks into your story and rewrites it. This is the moment your bloodline has been waiting for. What couldn't be broken before will be broken now. What couldn't be provided before will be released now. You are standing at the edge of generational change. And yes, there will be people who don't understand it, who question how and why it happened to you. Let them wonder. Let them talk. You won't need to explain it. Your life will speak for itself. When God elevates someone, no one can deny it. And He's choosing to elevate you, not because you demanded it, but because you remained faithful when it would have been easier to quit. Comment 999 if you believe the old cycle is over and something new is beginning. There's a calm coming over your spirit right now, even before the breakthrough arrives. That's not your imagination. That's the Holy Spirit preparing your heart. Because God doesn't want you just to receive the blessing, He wants you to be able to hold it, carry it, and grow with it. What's coming into your bank account tonight isn't just for survival, it's for stewardship. You are stepping into a new level of wisdom, favor, and responsibility. You've said no to things you wanted because you had to be wise. You've turned down outings, skipped meals, and made sacrifices that no one else saw. But God saw it. He watched you put others first, even when you were hurting. And now He's saying, I'm going to pour back into you. Double, triple, more than you thought possible. He's about to surprise you with how precise His timing is. A neuroscientist says yes, a 9-word script, long buried in government files, can fire up a prehistoric brainwave that pulls money in faster. This breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. Some of you are wondering if this word is really for you. Let me tell you plainly, it is. If your heart is stirring, if your chest feels tight with hope and disbelief all at once, then this is yours. That reaction isn't random, it's spiritual. Your spirit is responding to a promise God made long before today. And now He's fulfilling it, not because you earned it, but because He loves you that deeply. You've questioned yourself, doubted your decisions, replayed your mistakes, but God isn't looking at your failures, He's looking at your faith. It wasn't perfect, but it was enough. You kept showing up, you kept hoping, you kept praying, and now heaven is moving on your behalf. The money that shows up tonight is only the beginning. God is going to use it to open even more doors, more peace, more clarity. Don't be surprised if it happens in a way that doesn't make sense. God doesn't move by logic, He moves by love. And when He blesses you, it often leaves you speechless. So when it comes, when you see the alert, when the numbers change, just breathe, take it in, and whisper, "Thank you, Lord." That moment will be sacred. It will be your reminder that He heard every word you prayed. This won't be like before. It's not going to come and go. It's going to stay. It's going to grow. And it's going to be the foundation for even more to come. Because God isn't done with you. He's not just filling your account, He's rebuilding your confidence, your joy, your hope. He's showing you that He can be trusted, even when everything else falls apart. You will not return to the old way of living. You will not walk in fear again. What God is doing now is permanent. It's sealed in heaven and soon to be visible on earth. And no matter what comes after this, you'll remember this night. You'll remember that He came through, that He provided, that He saw you. Nothing you've done in faith has been lost. And now heaven is answering. At 11 p.m., what you've been waiting for will find you. Not delayed, not denied, delivered. You've been asking God to just give you a sign that He hasn't forgotten you. And He's not just giving you a sign, He's giving you proof. Real, tangible proof, not only to ease your worry but to mark you with His favor. He's putting a line between what was and what will be. What's about to be released into your life is the kind of blessing that changes your atmosphere. You'll feel it in your body. You'll see it in your account. You'll know in your soul that something holy touched your life. This is not just a deposit, it's a declaration. God is saying, I am still your provider. I am still in control. I still write the last word over your story. And you're going to feel the weight of that in the most unexpected and beautiful way. Not because you've earned it, but because He is that faithful. He is that good. He is that kind. And He loves you too much to let you stay stuck in the same place you've been. Comment 777 if you believe divine perfection and completion are now being fulfilled in your life. There's a reason the battle intensified lately. The enemy always tries to fight hardest when a breakthrough is close. That heaviness, that discouragement, it wasn't random. It was a final attempt to make you quit before the blessing arrived. But you didn't. You held on. Even if it was with shaky hands, you held on. And because you did, God is about to show you what happens when a child of His refuses to let go of hope.